Welcome to Group's Free presentation. Our presentation is based on ethical considerations in qualitative research, ethical review, and approval process. The members of the groups are Jan Joseph, Makisha Alexander, and Mathalina John Lewis. What is qualitative research? Qualitative research is a type of research that aims to gather and analyze non-numerical data in order to understand individual social reality, understanding their attitudes, beliefs, motivation. This type of research often involves close personal interactions and sensitive information. Maintaining ethical standards is essential to protect participants' rights, privacy, and dignity. In qualitative research, the following should be considered. It is important that participants are fully aware of the purpose, procedure, risk, and benefits of the research before they can take part. Participants should be able to withdraw from the research at any time without any penalty. It is important that participants' identity and personal data is protected from unauthorized access or disclosure. It is also important that participants cannot be identified even by the researcher from the information that is provided. Lastly, the process by which researchers critically reflect on their own biases, assumptions, and influence on the research process should be included. Here we have a few examples of how these considerations should be applied. A researcher studying survivors of domestic violence should ensure that they obtain informed consent, they create a non-judgmental environment that is also safe. If any recordings and transcripts is collected, that should be secured and no one should be able to identify the survivor during that interview. Observation. If you are observing a teacher's classroom, it is important that you provide the teacher and the students with the information as to why you are carrying out the study and what you intend to do with that information. As a teacher, you should not go back to your colleagues and share sensitive behaviors or personal remarks from the observation made. When carrying out qualitative research, it is important to follow certain guidelines. Here we have a few practices that should be involved. Ensure that you obtain informed consent in writing before collecting any data. It should not be only word of mouth. Ensure that your information is protected and it is secured. Maintain transparency with participants about how the data will be used. Ensure that they are aware as to what the information will be used for. It is also important to practice empathy and be culturally sensitive during interviews and observations. What is ethical review? An RIB is an institutional review board, which is a committee established to review and approve research involving human subjects. Their goal is to protect the rights and welfare of the participants. Independent RIBs are external entities that provide unbiased evaluations, often employed when an institution does not have a board of their own. The RIB review process involves a thorough examination of the research proposal, assessing potential risks and benefits, while ensuring ethical guidelines are adhered to. Why is an RIB important? They uphold ethical standards in research involving human subjects. They prevent unethical practices through rigorous review processes. Their main goal is to minimize risk and ensure benefits outweigh potential harm. RIBs protect participants' privacy and confidentiality, and they promote fair and equitable balance between researcher and the process. Now, before a qualitative research is carried out, it needs to be approved. The researcher is going to prepare and submit a detailed proposal. The RIB is going to review the proposal. They're going to go over the objectives, methodology, how the participants are recruited, and how the data will be measured. The RIB will review the process to assess risk, benefits, and ethical considerations. The researcher may be asked to revise or clarify the aspects of the study before approval. Final approval is granted only when the RIB confirms the study meets all ethical standards. Here we have a few examples where we believe these studies would have been denied or approved. African American men with syphilis were studied without being informed of their diagnosis or given treatment even after penicillin became available. This study would never receive ethical approval. Reasons why: they lacked informed consent, they withheld treatment from the participants, they exploited vulnerable individuals, and there was a high risk and no direct benefit to the participant. In 2020 to 2021, the COVID-19 vaccine trials were carried out and they were approved after review. The reason for that is because they had comprehensive informed consent process, continuous monitoring of adverse effects, clear potential public health benefits outweigh the risk, and independent data safely monitoring boards in place. Thank you for listening to our presentation. These are our references.